the future of wedding photography. Talked about this on the podcast that you probably don't know exists, and I don't really promote it. On that episode, I talked about something very unique that will be coming up on the channel. Actually, I will be posting the full length behind the scenes of this in time. Behind the scenes wedding days take a little while to edit. And requests that I got from the client, I'm on the other side of a chair, by the way. There's a pillow here. A request that I got from a real client was something that was interesting. It was something that I think I talked about, so I have to walk around the chair. I think I talked about it here on YouTube a number of years ago, that my ideal wedding day, I do photo video coverage. If you're not familiar with that, hopefully you're learning hybrid as well, and we'll talk more about that throughout the video. My ideal wedding day would be to go in to make an amazing highlight film, photos, and kind of that's it. The gallery, 200 images, and that tells the entire story of the wedding day. Now my question for you, Red Bull fridge is quite bright, is how do you feel about this? Is this something that you think could be real? Do you think people are going to want wedding photography pictures forever? Or do you think that people are maybe going to want more video? Here's my thought. Every single social media platform coming up right now obviously has all switched to video. If you're on Instagram, because you're like, I love taking pictures, Instagram's like, enjoy, no one's seeing those pictures, make it into a video instead. And is that just social media and what's happening there? Or is that what is actually going to be transitioning to our industry as the people that are on those platforms begin to grow up and to get older and to get married? And if you've come up on a platform where there is no still images ever, what is your use for still images? That's kind of weird. Also weird would be, do you have a digital picture frame with a constantly moving boomerang from your wedding day going on? I don't think that will be the case. I think that there still will be a need for those images, those still few when we're moving on to something else. But for the full, do people need photos of their hair and makeup being done? I pushed so hard against this when I was first getting into the industry. So when I was getting into the industry, it was 2003, 2004, 2005. And the struggle was that every photographer, at least locally here in town, I feel like we've been on this camera angle for too long. How about this one? You can see our paper roll. It's electronic, but look at how fun it is. Accidentally overspin this. Was the fact that everyone locally was doing salon coverage. I thought salon coverage was really, really stupid. What salon coverage is, and hopefully you've never even heard of it, was that you began the wedding day. Photojournalistic wise, I understand the relevance of this. If you want to properly document a day, I don't want to do that. I don't need to be at the salon at 8 a.m. with the bridesmaids getting ready. Yes, maybe it does make a better rapport throughout the wedding day that you've been with them from the beginning, but it also definitely burns you out in photography to spend 3 hours at a salon taking pictures, and pictures that open the gallery in a place where hair and makeup hasn't maybe even been done yet. And I would tell all my couples this, that if they were like, hey, so like these people are offering full day coverage, they want to be there at the beginning to the end, I'd be like, I don't want that at all. And my couples were like, yeah, that makes sense. I had my couples that I was being honest with them, and I wasn't trying to oversell them on a 16-hour day or whatever just to get their money. And now we're kind of on the same page when it comes to weddings. And I started speaking a little bit more about that. I discovered that it was a thing that people didn't want to do, and it was a standard in the industry here. And I started just talking about what my ideal wedding day would be. And I made a blog post called My Ideal Wedding Day, and it's gone now. It's from like literally 2007. And it outlined the basic flow of the day. I basically planned their entire wedding day for. Do I have a birthday deal for you? So you probably know by now, but my birthday, my membership website is on sale until my birthday, which is July 14th. So if you're watching this before July 14th, get in on the deal. And it's basically if you want to take your wedding photography business from part-time to full-time, it is the place to do it. Thousands of photographers have already done it. So come on through, and 100% money back guarantee. If you sign up, send me an email here. And if you're just not happy for whatever reason, or it wasn't what you were expecting, send me an email. I'll send your money back. So no risk to you to sign up. Also, we're doing weekly content. There is a behind the scenes wedding day that went up this week. And also, I don't know how many ongoing weeks of content, 70, 80, 90 weeks of ongoing content. There's a lot up there, as well as all the courses, all of my presets you get access to. There's a lot, so just click through to that. And I was not yet a preferred vendor at any of these places. And by making that blog post and booking them weddings, which I think is kind of the key, that if you can book someone else's work, you very quickly become a preferred vendor. If you're just looking at them to send you money, it's not really going to be on their priority list. But that I wanted to also work at these venues, and I knew that my ideal couples were likely looking, saw it, we love it, and now we're booked there. That looks great on me because I'm now kind of planning their wedding day by a blog post I made, but also to the venue. And that's really when my wedding photography, maybe start talking a little bit about this and see how well it goes over in your local market if couples do seem to become attached to it, or if you find resistance in it. I am genuinely curious how this translates to your couples and your place in the world, whether it is going to be a much more video-centric market in the future and wedding photography is going to be second and the entire market's going to flip. And that was kind of my prediction way back. Once I started doing video, I saw how much better you could capture the emotion of a day within 3 minutes rather than in a full gallery that you click through. And I'm curious, so put your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to talk more about this and get more of a full picture of kind of what's going on in the industry and make a future video that maybe goes a little bit more into that, or maybe once I've done more of this style of wedding, that I'll let you guys know. That's all. An open letter today. And I guess my white balance is a little too hot in here. Just noticed that. All the blinds are down. Again, till my birthday, get in on that birthday deal. Also, there's a video right here. If you want to take your business from part-time to full-time, how to get paid to travel. Who doesn't want to do that? That sounds fun, right? All right, see you next time.